Ja mam, akurat używam. Dobry on jest. Bardzo dobry na jak są jakieś tam...
Hey, good morning, YouTube people. My name's Adam with Antique Automotive Service. I had another video lined up to go on for this week, but it just wasn't happening. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of give you a once over of what we're doing in the shop, and we've got a little bit of a trip planned this week, and I think that's what next week's gig is going to be about. We are going to the Antique Automobile of America. I guess it's a national meet in Auburn, Indiana, and we're going to be there with the Buick Club of America with another car that I'll be picking up in Chicago, and my buddy is also flying in. He's going to drive his 2-car rig out, so stay tuned for next week's episode. That should be a good one. You may know this car from a previous episode or two. This is that 57 Roadmaster Coupe. It is incapacitated at the moment. I had it running, and the transmission would not go into gear anywhere. Tested the pressure on the front pump, and we have 0 pressure, so out it came, which was a giant pain in the you-know-what, because the whole rear end, it's a torque tube setup, so the whole rear end has to be pulled back to get the transmission out. So we ended up taking the transmission to my local shop. It had been supposedly rebuilt. I think they took it apart, cleaned it up, and just slapped it back together with new seals, because there's a bunch of wear parts in there, and hard parts to be hard parts that were in bad shape too. So I did a bunch of disassembly on this car in the last week, took all the stainless and chrome off, took the glass out, and that's where we're at with this one. As soon as I get the transmission back in, it's going up to the body shop area to get stripped. This is what's left of the transmission. We just boxed it up, brought it home. We're gonna take it to a builder over in Ohio. He's gonna make some sense of this thing. Hopefully he can save it. I started to move some parts around with the 57 Coupe. We've got the fenders and the doors up here. We're gonna start Bodywork, start stripping those. I do have the hood for the silver GS Convertible wet sanded. It's ready for buff. I've got about 1/3 of the car wet sanded so far. It's in the other shop right now. Here's the silver convertible. Like I said, I've only got about 1/3 of the car sanded so far. I don't know who else guide coats their clear, but I do. It seems to help a little bit. As soon as I get this thing wet sanded, I'll have the fenders and the hood put on. It's gonna be a nice car. Started tearing apart this super parts car so I could get the steering box and steering column out of it for the white 57 Roadmaster that's in the garage. I sold a few AC parts on this car. This is a factory air conditioned car, which has a nice, lot of nice parts on it for that. Here lies 1957 Roadmaster, my project car that I'm never going to get to. So I think I've decided that I am going to sell it. So if anybody's interested, it'll probably take me a couple months to really get this thing listed. So, stay tuned on that. The boat tail has sold. There's a deposit on it. It is going to Seattle. The new owner is flying in and driving it home with his dad. Pretty cool. Here's my little open trailer. I have a little bit of a project to take care of. As you can see, I'm missing a bit of decking board. The right thing would be to redeck the whole thing, but for now, since lumber is $7 million a board, I'm gonna just replace that one board because that's the board that has a cleat on it. Also have to swap one wheel out on this trailer. Had a flat the other day. got this one repaired, so we should be able to put it back on, no problem. This 2-car hauler is going to Auburn, and this trailer is going to be dragged by itself, empty, and I'm picking up another car in Chicago on the way there. So I will be in Auburn on Thursday afternoon with another car. Well, that pretty much takes care of all the goings on around here. Thanks for watching this worthless video. Please be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated on progress on jobs here. I would appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week after we get back from Auburn.